This program proudly brought to you by Swish Boutique. Swish style, swish service, sensational swish. This week on Shooters.
You're not from a current bear, are you?
And we got the dudes from YouView, and we ain't talking about YouTube, but we're talking about you, dude.
Welcome to Brighton.
I'm a videographer, and every day my crew and I shoot for news items, documentary footage and private commission jobs. So you think you've seen it all? You ain't seen nothing till you've seen life through the lens.
Every year the gay and lesbian community celebrate with Picnic in the Park, an 8-hour event of live music and entertainment. So when you're looking to document it, it's a full-on slog just to catch all the action. It was a beautiful day for the finale of the Feast Gay and Lesbian Cultural Festival, and people arrived early to take advantage of the many attractions. Today we've got an intern joining us from Actors Inc. and I'm pretty keen to see if he can cut the mustard. Feel your fingers on that. Okay, that's out. Am I fully in frame there? Yes.
Yep, it's recording now.
Yep, that's all good.
Keep it going.
Well, here at the Adelaide Gay and Lesbian Picnic on the Park, it's a fun fest for all. There's same-sex... Let's try again. It's a feast for all. There's same-sex couples, there's families, there's friends, loved ones, anybody who's got a friend who's gay. The terrible festival attracts all kinds. There's family, friends, gay... Maybe it's not the intern I should be worried about. The Feast Festival presents the Picnic on the Park. The Adelaide Gay and Lesbian Feast Festival every year presents the Picnic on the Park, and this year it's huge. They've got families, friends, same-sex couples, gay, lesbian, bi, transgender, intersex, you name it. They're all here having a great time at Picnic on the Park. At last. So how are you enjoying Picnic, Rowie?
Well, I just got here, but it's marvellous, as always.
Ready for a big day?
It's a melting pot of humanity. It's a cauldron of humanity. You're not from a current bear, are you?
The dog show is a traditional part of the picnic, so puppies and their owners were out in numbers. The judges had a hard time picking the premier pooch.
Now we have Harvey.
Hello, happy picnic.
While this is a family fun day, there's still a serious message here about diversity and acceptance.
Happy picnic!
Happy feast, everybody.
Tell me something. Do you still think that in 2012 that there is still such a thing as homophobia?
Yeah, I do, but I think it's fading.
Oh yeah, highly. But in 2012, it doesn't matter because it's over next year. Yeah, totally.
Do you experience it much?
We're straight.
No, we're straight
Yep.
and we're coming here to support our friends, so definitely it still exists.
How's your Feast Festival going?
Really, really good.
Yeah.
How about the three of you get together and give me a cheers and a happy picnic? One, two, happy picnic. 1, 2, 3.
Happy picnic! Yeah! Woo!
As the day progressed, the crowds grew and there were fun and games for all. I say, gentlemen, how's your picnic going?
Great, we're enjoying it.
You're keeping the masses safe?
Yeah, checking that everything is going well. Happy picnic.
So John, tell me, how are you finding your first day on the shoot?
Oh, this is hard work, mate. No, it's mainly the heat, but I'm enjoying the learning process. There's a lot taken in here.
As a film crew, we have to be ready for anything. So when we heard there was a disturbance in one section of the park, we rushed to find out what was going on. Heat and alcohol can be a bad combination, and here the festivities had turned ugly. The police, however, were right on the scene and quickly had the situation under control. Their timely and professional response stopped things getting out of hand, so that the vast majority of happy feasters could continue to enjoy their day. Fun, sun, music and celebration were the order of the day, and everyone had a great time.
Happy face!
And as the celebrations drew to a close, they did it Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style!
Our old friends, the Department of Environment, Water and Natural Resources, had another commission for us, this time a web clip on the yellow-footed rock wallabies. And again, the timeline's pretty tight.
Typical. Just when the cute and furry stories come in, I'm not available.
We arrived at Minato Zoo and were quickly escorted to our location and introduced to Maureen. The golden rule in filmmaking is never work with animals and small children. But in this case, it was an absolute delight to meet Maureen. Maureen is a yellow-footed rock wallaby, but unlike her skittish brethren, she just loves a cuddle and is curious about everything around her.
Hello, sweetie pie. Aren't you just beautiful?
She'll just jump on your knee.
Oh, that's all right.
Just sit on your lap.
Aren't you just beautiful?
Just sit on lap.
Oh, they're soft. Not something you see every day. And how old is she? Is this Maureen?
Yeah.
This is the famous Maureen.
This is the famous Maureen.
Her natural environment is interesting, but not nearly as interesting as our equipment. And she's soon back in her favourite spot, sitting on someone's lap.
Such a beautiful little face.
Would you like to get down and go and continue your media career? Come on, sweetie.
Isn't that sweetie pie?
Yes, indeed. Welcome to showbiz. Have you got an agent?
I think that'd be Matt almost.
Yes. Don't mind me at all. Can I peel you a grape? Diva that she is, as soon as she was needed on camera, she went walkabout. But her keeper soon had her back in the spotlight. So cute, isn't she?
Oh, it looks mean, but it's...
No, I can well imagine.
So this is a worry. Where found in the APY lands. They are an incredibly agile species of wallaby. And we actually transported pink joeys down from the APY lands. They were charter flown down to Monado, where they were placed into yellow-footed rock wallaby pouches. Maureen was raised in the same way that all of our other females were raised, but for some reason she's ended up like this. None of our other females are actually this calm, and we've kind of taken advantage of that she's quite happy to be used in group situations. So it's been a really good thing, but we wouldn't have pushed this upon her if it's been her decision.
Maureen is just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I just adore her eyelashes. She's got the most beautiful eyelashes.
There you go.
Now, you know what they say about working with children and small animals? Once again, we're breaking that rule. It was finally time to reluctantly say goodbye to the cutest leading lady we'd ever filmed. On the way out, we made a quick stop at the chimpanzee enclosure to see what was going on. That one looks a bit like Boof. I'm sure any resemblance this group has to the team is purely coincidental. While filming a documentary in Melbourne, we explored the live music scene and we found a hip-hop club called The Laundry. We made our way to The Laundry for their hip-hop open mic night to enjoy some cutting-edge entertainment. This is The Laundry, and tell me about tonight.
Alright, well, we're basically just chilling down at The Laundry. It's a Monday night. We got Crackdown Productions putting on the live open mic, so you know, every Monday you can roll down from about 10:30. The place is full of love. All supports for the underground hip-hop scene. I mean, we get cats from all over Australia. They fly in, they fly out, they get up on stage, they kill it. We got The Laundry supporting the show, doing big things for the hip-hop scene in Melbourne.
And how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this my whole life, but like people only been recently seeing me perform and stuff. Just getting out here. But I've got school on the other hand, so like life's difficult, can't always be rapping.
Have any of you recorded?
Yeah, all of us record. We got a lot of studios around the neighbourhood. Now we're up here rocking an open mic, and we got the dudes from YouView, and we ain't talking about YouTube, but we're talking about you, dude. So sign into that.com and see what we flow about, and you know what I'm on about, because when I'm out in the town, I wear the crown. I roll with the kings, the best. You know that every time we drop, we rep the same crest. Aussie hip hop, it ain't just a name, it ain't no slogan, and it ain't no name. I'm sorry if I swore and you gotta beat that stuff out. I was gonna say another word because you know what I'm on about. I take my hat off and I bow down to anyone that walks in here, right? Sometimes I do and sometimes I mumble, but I never fumble when I'm rhyming on the mic. And when I'm rhyming one time, you know it's coming live, straight from the back of the mind. This is real freestyles in the city of Melbourne, the place where we be. Come down on a Monday night, the entry at the door, it's free and it's love. Hip hop.
Hip hop isn't really my thing, but each to their own.
Right, I'm a symmetrical bottomless pit, baby I'm flawless. He's a symmetrical bottomless pit. Yo, baby I'm flawless.
This is a hugely popular venue as rapper after rapper got on stage to pump out their freestyle grooves. I can do this stuff.
Check it, yo, master home, can you pass the bomb? Cause I'm a ripping faster than a Bugatti Veyron. With my spades and my engines up to the 12. I'm a bust and make other ends.
Maybe not.
Top some noise for the sexiest man in show business, Bunnings! Yo, when I say crack, you say down. Crack, crack, down. When I say crack, you say down. Crack, yeah. When someone say crack,
Rapper after rapper got their chance, and each one of them seemed to have a message.
my brain sort of working, kind of like a serpent or a serpent twisted in this life. I got the word for this only mission. It's like blues or some bullshit style music. You can't choose it, just happens. Freestyle rap, it comes from the heart. You can't tell me and give you a good start.
The music may not be for everyone, but there's no doubt about the talent displayed by these hip-hop boys.
I can bang up, I can go whatever, I can do written raps. It's not freestyle, it's too easy when you're all cheesy and no one understands you.
Every year, veteran car enthusiasts gather together for the annual London to Brighton Vintage Car Run, and our cameras were there to catch all the action. You may recall Andrew Hayes. He almost killed me at the reenactment of the 1939 Lobethal Grand Prix.
I think I've soiled the trousers. You were worried.
I was sincerely hoping that this event would be rather more sedate.
Well, the passion for old cars continues. Andrew's brought us down here to the Down Under London to Brighton. He's got his 1913 Prince Henry Vauxhall, but as you can see, there's a load of really special old pre-1919 cars. It should be a good event.
So Andrew, tell me about this car.
1913 Vauxhall Prince Henry. It held the record at Race the Adelaide Express from Melbourne to Adelaide in 1914. And it doesn't have brakes. The brakes are the handbrake on the side.
Yeah, but I'll
and
get
the foot brake is the handbrake.
Did you say it doesn't have brakes?
Well, it does have brakes, but the brakes is the handbrake on the side, and the foot brake is actually the handbrake.
Oh good, how's that make you feel, Leonie?
I'm not too fast. I'll be able to get
It
that.
takes off pretty quickly, but it doesn't stop all that fast.
We're not driving, so we can jump.
Oh well, if you jump, let me know and I'll get it on camera.
Lovely old motor cars, lovely old gentlemen, just the type of thing I enjoy.
This was one of the fastest cars around in its day, and that's why Murray Onger brought it over here with the express purpose of racing the Adelaide Express from Melbourne to Adelaide.
Unlike Lobethal, there'll be no scrutineering of the cars today. Some of these vehicles are lucky just to get here, and it'll be interesting to see just how many of them finish the course.
There were historic cars aplenty, and more than a few historic people as well. We were charmed to meet Arthur Mullins, a very old man with a story to tell.
Are you looking forward to the drive today?
Very much so.
And how old are you?
98. There's a car here that belonged to my father, and that car, I came home from hospital when I was 2 weeks old. I'm afraid I don't remember it.
And this is your father's car?
Yes.
Must bring back a lot of mememories.
Yes, yes.
I bet.
In those days, we had to polish the brass so we didn't get it right.
He drove around the block.
Well, you enjoy your day, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
You don't need to worry about that. I'll cause as much trouble as I can.
Where did you get all the vintage outfits?
The internet.
Oh, really?
So a number of websites. Gentleman's Emporium was one of them. So yeah, and then we got the girls' dresses made up.
Well, you look just fantastic. Well, you know what they say. Everything old is new again. It was time to head off, and the Mayor of West Torrens, masquerading as the Mayor of London, was there to wave us on our way.
I'm very, very pleased to declare the 2012 London to Brighton run ready to go.
Leonie was in her element and happy to be riding along in this vintage machine. Riders on penny farthings led the way, but I had my doubts they'd be able to make it to the end on those extraordinary machines.
So you're the navigator, but you don't know where we're going?
That's about it, yeah.
Oh,
No GPS.
no GPS, just backseat drivers.
Holding that camera in a moving old car is not the easiest job in the world.
The car ran beautifully and we made it to the first stop with no mishaps.
Just get in time to get parked and then you can follow in. Oh, good God! On candid camera.
How was it?
It was very shaky. It was good, but very shaky. Very, very rattly and noisy. Noisy, it's great.
How'd she go?
Very well. Yeah, no, she's just purring like a kitten. 99 years old. She's ready for its 100th birthday.
Everyone was pleased to take a few minutes and let their motors cool down. Now it was my turn to ride with Andrew, with Leonie reluctantly following in Film Unit 3. Is it a difficult car to drive?
It's not easy because you've got your gears over here, which you've got to do with your right hand. Then you've got, over here, you've got your brake, which is your main brake, which is also got to do with your right hand. So if you're trying to slow it down by using your gears plus the brake, you've got to...
So not for the faint-hearted.
No, and it's fairly heavy on the steering. It definitely has not got power steering. The thing is, when you're talking old veterans, there's not many old veterans which are as quick as this.
I can imagine. Are we talking about the cars or the people? Bit of a workout, mate.
Yeah. Don't need a gym when you got one of those.
We made it to Brighton ahead of the pack, and we were the first car greeted by yet another Lord Mayor.
Here in Brighton that you could imagine. It's really a tremendous honour for us that there are people prepared to put time and effort into keeping these old vehicles going. So I congratulate you all, and I hope that this London to Brighton continues for many more years. Congratulations and welcome to Brighton.
Next week on Shooters. This is how you don't play golf.
Any form of racing with a motor, love it. This program proudly brought to you by Swish Boutique. Swish style, Swish service, sensational Swish.